Hey, hey, hey. Can y'all hear me out there? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. They telling me that it ain't streaming very well. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Hmm. Holla if you hear me. Post in the comments when you get here. Let me know you here. Ooh, 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 ooh. I got my tea. I got my tea. I'm gonna give y'all a minute or two to get here. Y'all hit me up in the comments when y'all get here. Hey, 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 hey. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What y'all say? Happy Sunday. I've been getting calls and messages talking about where I've been. I've been living life. Trying to finish school. Trying to get all this information for y'all. Out here helping my clients grow, strengthen relationships and communities out here. How y'all doing? That's the question. How y'all doing today, this Sunday? Y'all hit me up in the comments when y'all get here. Cause I'm gonna get started in a minute. I ain't got time to wait, okay? So we on 2 minutes. I'm gonna give y'all like another minute or so to get here. Y'all let me know when y'all get here. Hit me up in the comments, comments. Give y'all like another 30 minutes or whatever to get here. I said 30 minutes. I ain't waiting that long. We give y'all like another 30 seconds to get here. Y'all hit me up in the comments. Tell me how y'all doing today. How y'all doing today? Y'all been messaging me, blowing me up. Y'all missing tea time. I sure hope y'all got y'all tea. I told y'all it was coming. I had to get some stuff together, so I make sure that I share with y'all. Whew, it's been a good year. Long year, but a good year. How y'all doing? How is it? How is it? Do I need to switch platforms? Do I need to switch platforms? Because this keep telling me it's getting interrupted. It's telling me it's keep getting interrupted. Y'all tell me, y'all let me know. I mean, I don't know until y'all tell me in the comments. Let me know, let me know. Okay. Well, hey y'all, it's your girl P. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with tea time. I hope y'all got y'all tea. Let me see, because my tea might be a little hot. If y'all don't know, I'm about to talk. This is mainly for my ladies, okay? Of course, I would love to have my men up in here and commenting and let me know if I'm lying. I need y'all to tell me if I'm lying, okay? So, y'all may or may not know, I've been doing a men's group. Hey, Sharon. I've been doing men's group for like the last year. So I've been talking to these men and getting their insight and so forth and so forth. And the things I've been learning, women, we're failing. I don't want to say miserably, but there is some room for growth. There are some perceptions to be changed. There are some actions to be changed. There are some things that women needs to start begin to implement. And I know some of y'all are doing these and being great. Some of them may affect you and some of them may not. Hey, that's just how the cookie crumbles. Oh, Let me see if my tea done cooled down. Mm-mm. It's still hot. Let me put some water in here to cool it off. Cause I got some tea for y'all today. So, one of the first things talking to these men, and of course, all men are different, and all men have different perceptions and different desires. But for the most part, hey, how you doing? So the men is in the house. I'm good, cause y'all finna let me know if I'm lying up in here, okay? So the first thing, what I found out, and what most men believe, and I don't know, ladies, y'all gonna have to let me know. So the question is, who you dressing out cute for? Like, who you putting all that makeup on for? All them lashes on for? Most men don't even care about all that. All the high heels. Some people think it's cute, but for the most part, like they don't care if you got on red bottoms or regular heels or flats. Who you dressing cute for, sis? Let me know. Cause most of the men that I talk to, they like natural women. They don't like all that makeup. They don't like all that weave. Y'all put all that stuff in y'all head, and the men don't even know who you is. And when they finally figure out who you is, they leave. Tell me if I'm lying. But these men do not want all that. So who you dressing cute for, sis? Who you dressing cute for? Who you getting all dolled up for? Sharon said you don't do lashes. That's fine. Lewis said that this is true. This is true. Ladies, I need to understand who y'all doing it for. And some people gonna come out and be like, I'm doing it for myself. I dress up for myself. See, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Cause you want to feel beautiful, right? But my question is, why you don't feel beautiful in your own skin? Why you gotta put on makeup and put on this long hair weave in order to feel beautiful? Why you gotta go cut your eyebrows off and put on all these big lashes for you to feel beautiful, sis? Why you not beautiful in your own skin? Make that make sense to me. I don't understand. Why you not comfortable in your own skin? I need answers. Who, sis? I need answers. I need to understand. I ain't gonna front because I was there at one time. It was me. Well, I ain't never was the one to get real dressed up, but I wasn't comfortable in my skin either. I was doing certain things so folks won't be talking about me because I didn't want to be in the spotlight. So I would conform. But sis, who you dressing up for? Don't nobody want that. Why you not comfortable in your own skin? What makes you think you're not already beautiful? Sharon, I don't wear makeup and I'm natural. That's what's up. But everybody ain't there yet. Everybody ain't there. We got these makeup artists out here doing magic on their face. Men waking up like, who is you? You is not the one I went to sleep with. You got women waking up hours early to put their face on. So when they man wake up, they look like the same when they met them. Come on now. One of the main reasons I ain't do all that because I'm too lazy. You want me to get up hours early in order to put on makeup? Nah, we doing too much. We doing way too much. Way too much. Appearance is important, but when it's too much, it becomes very unattractive. If you hide the natural beauty, there is something internally that needs to be addressed. Facts, Lewis. Big facts. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And I can speak that for myself. When I was doing certain things, so I didn't stand out and I was trying to conform, I really had internal issues. And yes, appearance is nice. You don't want to look all bummish. Me, I don't care. I don't care. But most people don't want to run around here looking all bummish. You know, toe up on the floor up. You know, nice, clean, trim, whatever. I get it. But all this extra, your eyelashes all the way out to here on the screen. You can't even wear glasses because your eyelashes too long. Your doggone hair preventing your real hair from growing. Your hair, you got bald spots because your hair can't breathe because of all the stuff, the chemicals and stuff that you put in your hair. Maybe they are trying to conform to society of what women look like. Facts. But why, sis? Sharon, you're absolutely right. But why? It goes back to what Lewis was saying. There's some internal issues going on that you feel like you gotta conform, that you feel like your natural beauty ain't good enough. And I know some of societies, especially for our brown and black sisters, I get it. They say y'all ugly and look like monkeys and all that. But at what point are you gonna stand strong in your own skin? At what point are you gonna deal with those internal issues and be comfortable in your own skin? Your brothers out here love your beauty. They love your natural beauty. So how you gonna let society to tell you what you look like when your brothers right here saying, sis, you gorgeous. Stop. Andre said you could wash a car with them lashes. I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't mad at you. So my next question, it's unnecessary to have lashes. You're right. It's unnecessary for a lot of the stuff. Hey, David, how you doing? Big G. So my next question for you ladies. What standards and boundaries are you upholding? So I was having a conversation with one of the brothers last night. And the conversation was women tend to make excuses for men and their behavior, and they don't keep a standard. They'll make an excuse and keep them around. Sharon said, I'm a BBW, so I don't care to fit in society. Think we should all be skinny. No shade. Nah, I ain't mad at you. Some folks say I'm too little. They be trying to get on me talking about why you losing so much weight. I ain't worried about my weight. Weight is the least of my worries. My health. Okay? My health is more important. Am I eating the proper foods? Am I getting the proper nutrition? You worried about somebody's size. I'm worried about my health. Come on now. We not the same at all. Lewis said, I think a lot of women unfortunately have turned to social media for validation and feel pressure to be something that wasn't meant for them. Facts, Lewis. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And that's all the way around for males and females. Social media has created a whole new world and life for people. You got people getting bullied on social media. People you'll probably never meet in real life talking mad trash about you. They don't even know you. They just know what they see. They don't even know you. Come on now. Social media has created a false reality and has created, I don't even want to say created because depression was already out there, but has increased the depression among men and women. Crazy, huh? Because they over here looking at couples posting all these nice pictures. And y'all think that relationship is 5-5. In reality, they over there beating each other up every day. But y'all don't see that part. Y'all don't see the arguments. Y'all don't see the disagreements. Y'all don't see the struggles that those couples go through. All y'all see is date night photos. All y'all see is them smiling, creating false realities. And now you want to compare your relationship to them. Come on now. Tony said, I'm a makeup girl, but I don't mask what I look like and I have natural days. I hear you, Tony. But a lot of people don't have natural days. A lot of people won't show their natural hair. A lot of people won't show their natural face. I had one girl who had pretty skin, but her skin got messed up because she wanted to wear so much makeup. The makeup messed her skin up, which which now she felt like she even more had to wear makeup. Come on now, that stuff is not for you. It was not created for you. But y'all putting that stuff all over your face. And I'm not even gonna get into all the chemicals that's in there. And I was reading or listening to somewhere that they got like skin tissues or baby fetus tissues or some foolishness in there, and y'all putting that on your face. Y'all putting all them chemicals on your face, and your skin is the biggest organ. Come on now. Come on now. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. Jen, you said I'm slim thick. Hey, hey. But back to my second question. What standards and boundaries are you setting and upholding? Are you making excuses? Are you ignoring red flags that these men are displaying? Are you allowing them to treat you any kind of way? Are you too afraid of being alone that you'll accept any attention from any man? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. What boundaries? And so for me, I had to go back to the drawing board back when I was dating. I had to I had to go back into and define some things because what I realized, society has just started using words and there's like really no boundaries. Like everybody's a friend until they're not a friend. Like what? Some of y'all got friends that y'all having sex with, but then get mad when your girlfriend or boyfriend be like, "Who is this?" and you be like, "My friend." But you said I was your friend when we was before we became a couple when we was having sex. So is you having sex with this person? What are you allowing to accept? What line is drawn when you're creating these relationships? What conversations are y'all having? Sharon said, "No, I told someone I'm happy with my two dogs before I'm in a messed up relationship with a toxic man." Facts, but a lot of it's not even about a toxic man, right? A lot of it is because we don't have standards. We don't even know what we want. We don't even know what we looking for, and we accepting anything. Not we, cause I already know what I want. I already know what I've accepted, cause I already let them know they got a three straight and you out. If I tell you twice and you still ain't got your life together, or you're not even attempting to get your life together, we might have some problems. We might have some problems. So, what boundaries are you setting up? What standards are you accepting? Do you even know what you want? Do you look at these red flags and be like, ah, I might be able to deal with that? And then months down the line, now you want to be all mad because they're doing the same thing that they was doing in the beginning of the relationship. Sis, you was ignoring them flags then, but now all of a sudden it's a problem. Nah, don't switch up now, sis. Don't switch up now. What you switching up now for? Be true to yourself. Be true to what you want in the beginning. Don't be afraid. Why that didn't sound right? Don't be afraid to stand up for what you want. Don't let fear of being alone. Don't let fear of being a single friend. Don't let fear of being an old maid, and maybe that's just my generation. I don't know. when you begin to have a relationship with yourself, when you begin to deal with those internal issues, a lot of those fears will go away. When you start creating that support system of true friends, that support system of true family that's going to be there regardless of what's going on, then a lot of those fears are going to disappear. You're not going to worry about being 75 and alone. Sis, you're only 21. Calm down. Breathe. It's going to be okay. Like I said earlier, society has set standards, some impossible standards, especially social media, has set some impossible standards that a lot of people are trying to meet. Go deal with your internal first. Go figure out what it is that you want. Go figure out what your talents and soul mission is. Go figure that stuff out first. Because before you can get in a relationship with somebody else, you need to be in a relationship with yourself. How you gonna love somebody else and you can't even love yourself? You're not even committed to yourself, sis. Come on. You want to be committed to a man, or you want a man to be committed to you, and you can't even commit to yourself? You can't even make yourself a priority? I know you lying. I know you lying right now. It don't even make sense, right? You don't even want to sit in silence with yourself, but you want that man to come sit with you. Sis, what do you even bring to the table? Like, come on. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. My next thing is, oh, this is a myth that hurts men and women. I had a whole debate about this where two people responded with yes you can and two people responded with you can't. Y'all let me know what y'all answer is. The question is, can you change somebody? Tony said, I'm 54 and no settling. Never really did. Yeah, ain't no need to settle. But you do need to know what you want. You do need to be able to manifest what you want. And when I say what you want and what you need, I'm not talking about physical characteristics, although that's good. But I'm talking about what's that soul mission, what's those characteristics that you possess and that you need to kind of offset what you got going on. Like, you're a complete person as is. You complete. You're a whole person. At least you should be. That's part of that internal work that you need to do, so to make sure that you're whole, that you don't need to rely on nobody. And so when that other person comes in, they complement, not complete. They complement each other. They in a lack of a better words, they're yin and yang. And I don't even want to say that because I don't want to say like opposites attract, because it's not even about opposites. And I use this example that maybe I don't like to clean, my husband don't like to clean, but he'll clean before I will. So at least the house gonna get clean at some point, because although that's not his cup of tea, but he'll do it before I will. And so that's a trait, a characteristic that's an offset. It ain't like I don't clean. It's just not my favorite thing to do. It's low on my priority list. But for him, it's high on his priority list. But why would I want to get with a man whose desire to clean is lower than mine? Then who gonna clean the house unless he got money for a maid? Lewis said, maybe some women have forgotten about the importance of being courted properly. When you're not courted properly, it's difficult to set boundaries and standards. We live in a world where some women are okay with this substandard behavior because of this new generation. Overlooking the basics will cause the biggest headaches and letdowns, unfortunately. You're absolutely right, Lewis. But I'm going to go a step further. It ain't even about being courted. Because before you even get there, you need to go ahead and have what you're willing to accept and what you're willing to not accept. And you don't know what you don't know. Until you, I don't want to say until you start actually courting people. Let's go with that. Let's go with that point. I was talking to I was listening to a dating relationship person, and one of the things that she says that you should date around. That don't mean that you should have sex with everybody that you're in quotation dating, or you could say courting, but you should court around so you can figure out what it is that you actually want before you say, "Oh, this is my boyfriend, this is my girlfriend." Figure out what it is that you want first, and you don't know what you don't know. One of the things that I tell my clients, do you see how they treat their parents, their family members? Are they consistent with how they treat their family members and their friends? What about what they do when they get angry? How do they respond to stress? Are you able to deal with that? There's people, real life people, who get mad and don't want to talk to nobody. I can't deal with that, so I had to let them know if that's what you do, you can go ahead and keep going because I already know out the gate because of the type of person I am. You're not finna walk in my house and not talk to me. We're not finna be in the same area and you not speaking to me. I can't tolerate that. Some people can, but that's not me. So I already know if when you get stressed out or if you get angry and you like to go in your shell, we not the one. Me and you, we can't mix because that's not my cup of tea. I don't need you to close off and go into a shell and separate me. No. I need you to have a conversation with me. I need us to figure it out together. And whether or not I can help you figure it out, at least let me know what's going on so I can support you. Oh, you got this and this and this going on. So let me take a step back. Let me pick up some of the slack so you can deal with that. But I can't do that if I don't know. So therefore, if you're the type that get angry and go into a shell or get stressed and don't want to talk about it, don't want to share your problems, me and you, we ain't got nothing to talk about. We definitely can't be in no relationship. So what standards what flags are you looking for? What standards are you upholding? What is it that you want? What characteristics are you looking for? Are you looking for a family oriented person? Then why you dating somebody who the only child? Who are estranged from their parents who don't want kids? Like, why are you even putting yourself in that situation when you want 25,000 kids? Make it make sense. When you want this whole village, nice little family, but you with somebody who don't want kids. You with somebody who never really had a nuclear family. Because you're afraid to be alone. You just want somebody to call your man. You just want somebody to call your boo. Come on now. Sis. Sis. What standards are you keeping? What boundaries are you setting? What are you willing to accept and not accept? Make it make sense. Take the time out to date, not have sex. Because sex adds a level of emotions that most folks ain't even ready for. Have conversation. Have Especially this generation, because y'all lose social media a lot, don't even know how to communicate in person and face to face, or even over the phone. Don't know how to hold a conversation. I was dating some men, and the most I get out of them is, "Hey, how you doing? How was your day?" And that be the end of the conversation to the next day. I ask a question, try to strike a conversation, but they don't know how to communicate, so they just answer that question and keep moving. Think that's the type of person I want to deal with? Nah, you can't even hold a conversation. You can't even mentally stimulate me. We ain't got nothing to talk about. I already see you ain't the type person for me. Lewis said, "There's so much I could say right now, but this food on the stove needs my undivided attention." Awesome topic, my friend. Enjoy your evening. Facts, Lewis. Facts. Sharon said, "Find out their credit score." You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So some people are cold at getting their credit score back up, whoop de whoop de woo. But at the end of the day, depending on what your goals are, depending on what you're trying to do, that might be important for you. Some people don't want to mix two broke people. Some people don't want to mix with you got 200 credit score and he got 200 credit score. What y'all finna go do? Depending on what your goals are. Sharon said, ask about family health history. Right, right. I was listening to somebody and she was talking about one of the herbalists. She was saying ask about blood types because some blood types don't mix. And when you go to try to have a baby, you having a lot of miscarriages because y'all blood types don't match. There's so much information and conversations that need to be had, and y'all over here worried about sex. Y'all over here trying to fight the next chick. You don't even know who bruh is. Bruh ain't even got a house. Make it make sense. And you over here fighting over a dude that you don't even know. You over here clocking the person that you don't even know. You ain't even took time to have a conversation. You don't know their medical history. You don't know their mental history. You don't know nothing about this person. Except they got a nice car. That's in their mama name. You didn't even know that part, huh? Okay. Okay. I'm going to sip my tea and mind my business. So, my question was, can you change a person? That's the question. And so, last night, somebody told me, yeah. I said, really? Tell me how that works. Tell me how you can change a person, right? Had a full-fledged conversation because I was all ears because I wanted to hear this. Because I want to know how you can change somebody. Because if I can change somebody, it's about to be on and popping, okay? So they was like, yeah, you can influence somebody to make the changes. I said, yes, you can influence somebody to decide to make the decision the decision to change. But at the end of the day, the person still has to make the decision to change. I said, so what happens? What happens when you try to influence somebody and they don't change? What happens next? The response was, you're going to begin to make excuses. You're going to, continue to try. You're going to, at the end of the day, you're going to end up being hurt and trying to leave because you was making excuses and trying to change somebody. I mean, you can avoid all that hurt by getting rid of the mindset that you can't change nobody. Period. That person has to be willing to make that change. I know in the Army they say leadership is the ability to influence somebody's behavior by providing motivation, purpose, and direction. But at the end of the day, you can provide all that. But if they're not willing to do the work, if they're not willing to make the changes, if they're not willing to deal with their internal stuff, if they're not willing to change their behavior, there is nothing you can do, sis. Nothing. So stop making excuses of why you still with that person. Sis, let it go. Let it go. And it's not that they don't love you enough to change. I hate that. That it ain't got nothing to do with you. They don't want to change. It ain't whether they love you enough. They just don't want to change. They not motivated enough to change. So sis, move on. Don't make excuses for them. If that's not the behavior that you want, sis, fly away. Go. Bye. Don't be afraid to be alone. Don't accept foolishness. Don't accept what you don't want because you're afraid to leave. You're not going to make that man change. If that man don't want to change, if that man is comfortable in his skin, you're not going to change him. Period. Period. No matter how many threats you make, no matter how much influence you have, no matter how much whatever, because at the end of the day, that man going to make decisions based on what he want to do. Whether that be with you or not be with you. But to me, if I say, look, this behavior, I don't like it, you need to go do something about it, and they fail to do something about it, and I tell them twice, because remember, I got a 3-strike rule, and I tell them twice, and they still doing it after the second time, that third time, ain't no need of me to tell them, because they not gonna change. They're not gonna stop doing whatever it is that you asking them to stop doing. They just not. They not. So why why am I gonna stay there and try to accept and make excuses for these people, for this man, for this person? Make it make sense. Sharon said on a spiritual note, as do they believe in God and is led by God? Yeah. What is their spiritual beliefs? Because y'all might have two different beliefs. They might believe in aliens and you're like, wait, what? I don't know. I don't know. Find out what their spiritual beliefs are, what their spiritual practices are. Is it something that you can deal with? And be honest with yourself. That's the biggest thing. Y'all not even honest with yourself. That's why y'all be ignoring the red flags, because you don't want to be honest with yourself. Take a step back. In 20 years, and this person is still doing whatever behavior, are you going to be okay with that? Because if they haven't changed after 5 years of dating, because y'all like to date for like 25 years. I don't know what y'all got going on. But y'all been dating for like 5 years. And they still out here doing the same thing. Are you willing to deal with that for the rest of your life? Just because you get married, just because you have kids, don't mean that they're going to change. Come on now. They're not going to change if they don't want to change until they're ready. Will said, no, you can't change a person. Sharon, no, you can't change a person. You're absolutely right, because you can't. But so many people have this illusion in their head when they're going into these relationships and then get mad when that behavior that they trying to get don't produce. A lot of people will get in a relationship with the potential of a person. Yeah, but if that ain't the route that they're going, they can have all the potential in the world. But if they're not willing to do the work, if they're not working towards that goal and they don't share that same vision, you can have a vision for a person's life, but if they don't share that same vision, I can think you're the most beautiful woman in the world. But if you don't believe that for yourself, you're going to still go right here and be like, oh, I need to go do surgery. Oh, I need to go do this. I need the makeup. I need the this. I need the that. So you can't just, it's not good enough for you to have the vision for your partner. Your partner got to have that vision for themselves. And until they have that vision, that high self-esteem, that high self-worth, I don't know what they're going to do for you. And I'm just going to sip my tea on that. Okay? The next thing that I see that people have issues with in relationships. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? People have their identity wrapped up in the other person or in the relationship. And so when that person moves, now they're distraught. They are no longer an individual in that relationship. It's not I'm sleepy, it's we sleepy. It's not I don't like this person, we don't like this person. Nah, sis, I ain't got no beef with this person. That's you. I'm cool with this person. I ain't tired. My husband tell me all the time. I be like, babe, we sleepy. Nah, he be like, nah, ma, you sleepy. Go get in the bed. I'm finna finish playing this game. But because I have my own identity, I could just be like, oh, okay. Because I have my own identity, I'm not pressed on what he doing because I got my own life to live. I got my own mission to do. He want to sit there and play on the game all day. That's his business. I got a business to grow. I got clients to help. I got people that need my attention. Let me go build this empire over here. If that's what you want to do with your time, then go ahead. But because I'm an individual, I have things that I need to focus on. And my whole identity is not wrapped up in my marriage. It's not wrapped up in my husband. And vice versa. But there's people out here that's out here, oh, they can't do nothing without their partner. It's like they can't breathe without their partner. Sis, who is you? Bruh, who is you? I can't even say bruh who is you because most of that ain't that don't tend to be no male behavior. That tend to be women behavior. Trust me, because I used to be the same way. Like, why you ain't over here? I need you. But that's because I had low self esteem. That's because I was depressed. That's because I didn't know how to be alone. I didn't have no mission. I didn't have no purpose. I was just out here existing. I wasn't living. I was out here existing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to sit in silence. I didn't know how to meditate. I didn't know how to love myself. And so I was clocking that dude like, bro, where you going? Why you ain't here? Why you with this person? You spend more time with your friends. Why? What about me? Be like, yo, I was just with you for like 4 days. Can I go hang out with my bros? Nah, what about me? I'm feeling some kind of way. Sharon said women are very bad at losing their identity in their relationship. Facts, facts. I'm telling you, I was one of them. I would get, you know, I was in a relationship because I stopped talking to everybody else. I ain't want to talk to nobody but him. You know when your friend in a relationship and they about to lose their identity because they stop talking to their friends. They stop living their own life. Everything becomes about him or her or whatever. You can't have your identity wrapped up in your relationship. You gotta be an individual. Even when you're married, you're still an individual. You have a relationship with yourself, your spouse has a relationship with theyself, and then y'all have a relationship with each other. But y'all gotta have a relationship with the selves first. You gotta and I love to use this example. I know a lot of mental health advocates and other people like to use this. On the plane, they tell you put your mask on first before you try to help anybody else. Because if you dead and out of oxygen, how you gonna help somebody else? So how you gonna help sustain a relationship? How you gonna support your partner when you over here dying and depressed and have anxiety and all this other stuff because you ain't even taking care of yourself? You over here feeding y'all trash because you're not worried about your own health. You ain't took the time to find out what foods that you should be cooking. You ain't find out what meals work best, what meals do this and that, what herbs you should be using, what seasonings are good. You ain't figured that out because you ain't even worried about yourself. So now you got diabetes and your husband got high blood pressure because you ain't take the time to love yourself, to put yourself first, to care for your own health. You, some of y'all suffering miscarriages because you don't want to have the conversation. You don't have a standard of health for yourself, so you're receiving trash sperm from your spouse. You're receiving that drunk, high sperm, drugged up sperm from your spouse. The seed itself is trash. And it's consistently going in your body. He over there eating up all the sugar, all the salt, putting all that in your body. So now you got high blood pressure because he putting all that extra sugar. You already eating a whole lot of sugar plus his sugar. Now you just diabetic. And you like, I didn't think I was eating that much. Yeah. But what your spouse do and eat because he going inside you and dropping stuff out in you, it affects you too, sis. But you don't think about that because you're not worried about your own health. You're not worried about yourself. You get so wrapped up in him. You want him to change and be more healthy, but you ain't even changed to be more healthy. Some of the best influence is change behavior on your part. He don't want to eat healthy. You ain't even cooking healthy. You would miss out on a lot of the heartache if you was focusing on yourself a little bit more, just a little bit more. So stop getting wrapped up and losing yourself in these relationships. It's not good for you, him, or your kids. You have a purpose. You have strengths. You have talents. You are an individual. Keep that. And I'm going to sip my tea. And so at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff stems from internal conflict, low self-esteem, like Lewis said earlier, social media, living in a false reality. You not even taking the time to know yourself. So you ain't take the time to know yourself. So now you don't even want to be courted to allow you to take the time to learn the person that's trying to get with you. When you're going to invest in you, sis, when you're going to work on your internal, when you're going to heal yourself, you want him to make all these changes, but what changes are you making? You want to get mad at him because he fell in these areas, but what areas are you failing in, sis? What red flags about yourself are you ignoring, sis? Hmm. I don't know. I'm just going to sip my tea. What questions y'all got before I get up off here? Because I'm just going to sip my tea. Because women, we got to do better. We the standard. We the standard bearers. We the ones that create life. We the ones that teach them. We the ones that raise these men. We that one. So what morals and values are you instilling in these young men and women? So focused on buying them the best clothes and the best games. How are you instilling self-worth? How are you encouraging them to love themselves? Goes back, are you loving yourself? Are you taking the time for your self-care? And I ain't talking about just going to go get your nails done. Massages, chiropractic, meditation, yoga, exercising, working out. Shannon said I need to do a podcast on this. Okay, sis, I'm gonna get it together. But what are y'all doing? How y'all gonna show the next generation when you not doing this stuff yourself? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You not taking the time to care for yourself. What are you instilling in the kids? What are you teaching these young boys? What are you teaching these young girls? Shannon said, I told my daughter not to depend on a man and have her own. Yeah. But all in the same breath, you still got to be able to depend on them. Why? Because we're all interdependent creatures. There's a difference between depending and leaning on and relying on. So yeah, it's good to have your own, but you shouldn't be relying on nobody. Because if that falls through, then what? Then what? If your identity wrapped up in him or her, then what? As soon as they leave, now you lost, dazed, and confused. You don't even know who you are no more. You don't even know what you like. You're so broken. Then what? Exactly. Then what? So you have to, and when you're in a relationship, because even though y'all are still individuals, y'all still have to be able to come together and be able to lean on each other, because there's going to be times where you're not going to be strong, you're going to be tired, and so you have to be able to lean on, depend on. Your partner need to be able to be strong enough. You need to be able to have put in enough into that relationship, so when you need to get something out, it's there. You didn't put so much love and attention and affection into the relationship, then when you're just tired today, bae, like, I got you, don't even worry about it. I see that you tired. I see you been putting in work. Go ahead, go lay down. I got you. I'm gonna go run you some bath water. I got you. Go rest. I'll take care of the kids. Go rest. You got to be able to depend on your partner. Got to be able to depend on your partner. What other questions y'all got? Right. Angel said, depend and lean on each other. You right. You right. Because there's just gonna be days where you just don't have enough strength. You just don't have enough energy. And you just like, hey, this ain't that today. I need you. Yo, the bank account may look a little funny, and he have to come through. Don't worry about it. I got you. Ty Young said, as an adult, grown single women, I don't agree. You don't agree to have your own, or you don't agree not to depend on no man, Ty? Because, like I'm saying, at some point, we're all interdependent creatures. We all need to be able to depend and rely on each other. We all need to be able to lean on each other, because no one person knows it all. No one person has it all. Even when they think they have it all, they still missing something. That's why everybody has. It's okay to have both. Right. Right. Don't stop doing you because you need this man. Nah, you still need to be able to be yourself. You still need to be able to go and grow and do whatever mission that you have. You don't need to get so wrapped up in that man that you can't live. But you still need to be able to lean, and you still need to be able to support him or her, or whatever your thing is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't judging. I ain't judging. He said, we not the same. We depend on y'all for real. Y'all raised us. Facts. However, comma, you have to be able at some point to be relying on yourself. What are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing to the table? And you're right. Women raise these men. And so sometimes what happens, because I've seen this in talking to these men, that they rely so much on women to make stuff happen. Nah, bro, we not doing that. You was already raised. You're a grown person. Be that grown person. I'm not here to take care of you, but I will take care of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to raise you, but I will help guide you. Because at the end of the day, women mature faster than men. That's science. That's facts. No disrespect to you men. That's just facts. We mature faster. But at the same time, so we're able to guide, we're able to help get you to where you need to be. Yeah, but at the end of the day, we're not here to raise y'all. We're not here to fix whatever your mama didn't do or failed to do. We're not here for that. We're not here for that. Just like the women need to go deal with their internal issues, men gotta go do it too. Trust me. I be having these conversations with my men in my group. Women, that's another thing. Women. Women and men. Because what tends to happen is women will say Son, it's okay to have these emotions. Son, it's okay to express these emotions. But then the man will come back and be like, nah, bro, you can't do that because they're gonna eat you up in the world. You can't be showing no emotions. You can't be doing this. But you gotta be able to have a balance because now they feel like they can't have no emotion, right? They don't know how to express their emotion. They don't know how to communicate. Now they out here beating on women because they don't know how to express their anger. They wasn't allowed to express their anger. They wasn't allowed to express their hurt. Now they can't. Now they're struggling being in a relationship with a woman because they don't know how to feel emotion. They don't know how to be there for that woman. So men and women, y'all both have a role to play in raising these men. But at the end of the day, women, y'all birthed them. Y'all gotta make sure that it goes back to what I was saying. What morals and values are y'all instilling in them? What kind of man are you mating with? Are you mating with an unemotional, available man? Is that man that you're mating with emotionally unavailable? What do you think they're gonna teach your child? Huh? You gonna try to teach your child XYZ, but then they're gonna come back and put their 2 cents in. So that's why it's important. It's important to watch who you over here having sex with. It's important to get to know the person that you're trying to mate with. What conversations are y'all really having? Who watched the game last night? Then the conversations that y'all having. Oh, let's go get drunk. Let's go to the club. Right? Then the conversations that y'all having. Let's go have sex. Oh, he got good penis. He got good penis. Woo, 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 whatever that look like. Then the conversations y'all have, y'all ain't having no real conversations. Y'all not talking about healing. Y'all not talking about how to express emotions. Y'all not talking about blood types and health history. What y'all over here talking about? And y'all want to be in a relationship. Wait, what? Sharon said, where I live, some men want to be sponsors and have to take care of them. That part. So she needs to make her own money and have her own place. That part. I ain't sponsoring nobody. I ain't sponsoring nobody. I ain't raising nobody else. You 20, 30, 40, 50. Ain't nobody raising you at that point. You've been in this world long enough to figure it out. If you ain't figured it out yet, I don't know what you want from me. If you ain't took the initiative to do it yourself, I don't know what you want from me. I don't have the energy, in my favorite word, or the bandwidth to raise a grown person. Nah, I'm good. The sponsoring? Nah, bruh. Nah. You ain't got your own money? Well, what you bring to the table? I ain't saying. My mom said 62. Right. 60, 40, 50, 60. I ain't finna raise you. You grown. You've been in this world for 60, at least 60 years, 40, 50, 60, 70 years. You ain't figured it out yet? You still holding on stuff from your childhood? And you want me? Nah, I'm not finna deal with that. I'm not. You want me to sponsor you? You homeless. You want me to bring you into my house? But you're not even willing. You're not even willing to do the work for you to be great. But you want me to provide you a house and food? What you provide? You just provide a good dick? Nah, you gotta come better than that. I need way more than that. Okay, Michelle, I can't raise a man. That part, Sharon, you better let them know. Mr. Walker, well, once you put us in the mall that you'll supply us with everything you need, then as I get older, I'm still going to be looking for that same type of support. Nah, I feel you. And that's a misconception. I'm not here for that. That was your mom's job. I'm not here for that. No, because I have my own mission. I'm not here to take care of you. Take care of you? You're supposed to be taking care of me. We supposed to be taking care of us. Because it's going to be times where I can't take care of you. And you're going to need to take care of me. And vice versa. It's going to be tired. It's going to be times that I'm tired because the kids been running around screaming all day that I need to go rest. Who gonna take care of me? You want me to take care of you, the kids, the job? At what point am I being taken care of? Make that make sense. At what point are you taking care of yourself and putting me into this relationship, into this family? Nah, I'm not here to take care of you. Period. I don't know what type of time y'all on, but that's not me. And that goes back to what kind of standards, women, what kind of standards and boundaries are y'all setting? Because there's men out here with this mentality, and y'all out here accepting it. And then you mad 6 months later when they leave, they find somebody else that can take care of them better. And now you hurt. But sis, you accepted that. You accepted that standard. Sis, you out here raising these men with this mentality. Let me just sip my tea and mind my business. You be like, but I can't just be yourself when it's just us. Nah, I'm gonna be myself no matter where I'm at. so again, I'm not traditional. Let me tell you about me. I'm not traditional at all. Let me tell you, that man down there, we finna go out in public. Who you think finna make his plate? He better get his butt up. And y'all know I'm from the South. Y'all know I'm from the South, and that is not popular opinion. But let me tell you what I ain't finna do. You hungry? You better go fix your own plate. And while you up there, can you fix mine? I'm not traditional at all. But at the end of the day, because I have that nurturing tendency, so I tend to make sure that the people around me are taken care of. Most people from the outside looking in, they feel like I spoil my man. The people that's close to me, they be like, you spoil the people around you. No, it's not even that I spoil the people around me. I do take care of them, but not. But I'm not raising nobody. I won't raise nobody. And at the end of the day, the nurturing that I provide to them, oh, excuse me, you better believe I'm getting it back in some kind of way. Because there's been plenty of times where I'm just like, I'm not finna clean nothing. I'm finna come home, go straight to sleep, figure it out. or or I have to take the lead in public places. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not taking care of him. I got stuff to do. He's supporting me because I'm taking the lead in a public place. He's supporting me. He's nurturing me. Babe, what you need? So depending on the environment, I'm not finna nurture you. I'm not finna raise you. I'm not finna do any of that. That ain't my job. That woman that birthed you 18, 21, 25 years, that was her job. That ain't my job. Not my job. I'm not here to sponsor you. I'm not here to raise you. I'm not here to baby you. Nah, because there's certain things that you got to bring to the table for me to even acknowledge you. Period. It's certain standards that you got to meet in order for me to even deal. I tend to make sure people around me are okay. You're describing me. So I don't know about you, Ty, but for me, it's my cancerous nature. Cancers tend to be those nurturers, that mommy type person. So Mr. Walker, if you're looking for somebody to nurture you, you probably need to go find you a cancer. But I'm here to let you know that when you're dealing with a cancer, we very emotional, especially that those of us that's closer to the Gemini side, we big emotional and sometimes got multiple personalities. Because I go from 0 to 100 and back to zero all within 5 minutes. It'd be a lot to deal with. But on the tail end, I'm gonna make sure you good. What else y'all got? Y'all got me out here clowning. Y'all got any more questions? Cause I'm getting ready to go. I got to go finish writing this chapter on healing. Cause it's a lot of y'all that need to heal that think y'all done healed and y'all ain't even nowhere close to it. I'm gonna give y'all another minute or so. Y'all got any questions or comments before this Tim? I know Tim. I know exactly who you are. But for the folks who don't know who you are, I wanted to use your screen name. Y'all got any more questions, comments, or concerns? Let me give y'all a few more seconds before I end this live. What else y'all got? Women, y'all need to do better. Y'all need to do some internal healing. Men too. If y'all need help, y'all know the coach is in the house. Mom, what's interesting? What's interesting? All right. I don't see no other comments, questions. I'm gonna finish my little tea. Y'all got till I finish my tea. Oh, the conversation. Well, I'm glad it's interesting. I'm glad it's interesting. But most importantly, I hope it's helping y'all because these men is out here. They like we don't like this type stuff. We don't like all this makeup, all this fakeness. We don't like it. I, this one dude told me that women can change the culture of of the society, of the community, of the family by just setting standards. By just setting standards, what you're willing to accept. Because men gonna step up to the plate, cause they'll most men will do anything for the vagina. They'll do anything to hit. So it's because we ignoring and we ain't setting standards of behavior and what we're willing to accept. They just play the game, say what they gotta say to get what they gotta get. I used to date a needy man, but he showed up as this alpha man. That part. That's why you gotta have these conversations. Again, these men will go back and do what they gotta do to get in. Especially if they need a sponsor, like Sharon said, if they need a sponsor, they gonna come in and do whatever. But hey, that's why it's good to court. Have those conversations, have those tough conversations, and take a step back. That's one of the biggest things. You got to be able to take a step back and be able to look at what's really going on. We people tend to get so caught up in the emotion and how they make you feel. Oh, I feel so great. I get all these butterflies when they around, and woo woo woo, whatever that is that look like. But you need to take a step back and see what's really going on. What behavior are they really showing? Are they really there for you? Like, what are they doing? How they treat their parents? What's their medical history? What's their mental health history? What's their blood type? What's their financial situation? Are they looking for a sponsor? they got 150 credit score. What they trying to do with you? They ain't got no skill set. They living with their mama. Hey, people will show you what they want you to see. But that's why it's good to have discernment and be able to take a step back and look at the situation as a whole. Courting and stop jumping into bed so quick. That part. My mama said men need to set standards too. They do. However, that still comes back to us, right? Because at the end of the day, a lot of these parents out here creating double standards, right? And so growing up, it's okay. Men can go out, the young boys can go out and do whatever, but the girls got to stay in the house. They can't do this. They can't date to a certain age, but the young boys can date, at age 3 or whatever that looks like. It's a problem if the young girl come bring in a child, but it's okay if the young boy. Why are the standards so different? The standard should be the standard. If you don't want to be a grandma at 31, then you need to raise both your kids like that. What are you teaching? What are you teaching that it's okay? So you subconsciously teaching the young girl that it's okay for boys to do this because your father allowed your brother to do it. You saw your daddy or your mother covering for your brother and all his girlfriends. You right, Ty. They grow up looking for their mom and not a woman. You right. You right. Because their mom allowed this behavior. And so they looking for somebody else who's going to accept that same behavior. And because the little girls are looking at their brothers are being able to do this, they're accepting that. Hmm. Y'all are teaching these kids that it's okay to have these double standards. It's okay for young boys to have multiple women and to cover for it and make excuses for it. My mama said, and they will show you who they are, but they see their potential, so we ignore that. We ignore them and show us who they when they show us who they really are. You're right. You're absolutely right. Because they make us feel good. They feel whatever void that we're missing. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So at the end of the day, it still goes back to understanding that women, we got to be able to set standards. Be it as a parent and say, "Hey, I'm not going to allow this behavior. These are the morals and values that I'm going to teach my kids because I want to stop this cycle. I want to stop this cycle of boys being able to get girls pregnant or whatever at the age of 13 and it's okay. But as soon as my daughter comes, now it's all hell and hot water and brimstones and whatever. Nah, it got to be the same standard across the board because the little girls see that. The little girls see that. The little boys expect that from the women. They expect them to make those excuses for them. And soon as they meet a woman who don't accept that and make excuses for them, now the woman combative. Now they sedity. Now they out here being hoes cause they don't want to bow down to you. So they got to be out here doing everything. Nah, that's not how that works. But because growing up, that's what they saw, that's what they learned. I'm just gonna sip my tea. Hmm. Okay. Good night, y'all. If y'all need some coaching, of course, y'all can always hit me up in my DMs. Y'all can email me at info@pgibbsles. Right, angry black women, and I have to deal with that at work, and I'm so mad. They like to say you combative. I ain't combative. Just because I don't agree with you don't mean I'm combative. But as soon as somebody else don't agree with you, it's okay. But because I'm a black female, I gotta be combative. Nah. And then when I be like, okay, I'm not gonna disagree with you. I'm gonna agree with you. Now I got an attitude. Like, what you want from me? But that's a whole new different topic. I ain't even gonna get on that one tonight, Ty. But if y'all need some coaching, of course, hit me up in my DMs. You can comment on this video, or you can email me at info@pgibbsles.com. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy the rest of y'all week. Laters.